Welcome to Diabeat. This channel discusses emerging technologies, new medicines, and products and services designed to improve the quality of life for diabetics young and old. Regardless of whether you've just been diagnosed years ago, or perhaps caring for a dependent diabetic, there's something here for everyone. So please stay tuned for the next edition of Diabeat, coming your way in just a moment. Welcome back to another episode of Diabeat. Today I'm discussing a new item that I found on the Walmart pharmacy shelves, the ReliOn Premier Glucometer. Now I've been using the ReliOn Prime for some time, probably the last 3 to 5 years. And the reason why I did is because of the inexpensive nature of the test strips. The Prime, I was able to get a box of 100 test strips for roughly $18, and they remain to be that price at the time of this video. So the Prime is a reasonably good glucometer. It gives you accurate results. I certainly had no problems making treatment decisions based on the results I got with the Prime. A couple of the complaints I did have is that a number of times the blood sample size that was required for this unit was relatively large, and there were a number of times when the system rejected my sample just for not being large enough. So there was that. Now, if you're like most of us, you're having to bear the cost of, at least partially, for your test strips. If you've got really good insurance, you still may have a $35 a month copay, which equals you could be paying somewhere between $400 and $600 a year out of pocket just for test strips. Insurance companies like to favor their own particular brand, whichever brand they can get the best cost for. So it's certainly financial concerns for them as well. There are many of us, however, that are paying out of pocket, and years ago a test strip averaged about $1 a strip. Now the pricing has come down quite a bit, and I think that's largely due to congressional pressure from Washington on a lot of the pharmaceutical companies to reduce their costs on drugs and equipment such as glucometers and other items that people use to maintain chronic diseases. So let me go ahead and show you the ReliOn Premier. Now, there's 3 different models for the ReliOn Premier. There's the Premier Blue, there's the Premier Voice, and there's the Premier Compact. This one is the Compact, but let me tell you a little bit about the Premier Blue and the Premier Voice. The most significant thing of those models is that they are Bluetooth enabled, and you can download an app which gives you some degree of analytics to help you make decisions in the treatment of your blood sugars, hyperglycemic episodes, or just times when you have a relatively high blood sugar and you either need to utilize insulin or you need to treat yourself for a hyperglycemic episode. So the Premier Voice has an added function that literally provides audible instructions on 29 different features of the glucometer. It's bilingual, so you can either set it for Spanish or you can set it for English. So that's what the Voice has to offer. Again, the Blue is Bluetooth, has the analytics, as does the Voice. So you might be asking, well, Doug, why did you go with the Compact? Well, let me just explain that I wear a Medtronic's insulin pump, and my insulin pump, I communicate with CareLink, which is a web-based informatics program that takes all of my blood sugars and provides a lot of analytics with it helping me and my doctor determine whether or not changes are necessary on my insulin pump, or if I need to be doing something different whenever I'm treating either hypoglycemic episodes or high blood sugar episodes. So it's extremely useful, but all of my blood sugar measurements go into my pump, and again, that communicates through the web, and I get that information. I do this every 2 weeks so that I can monitor. I believe that whatever gets measured improves. So if I can see that my average blood sugar was 180 for a period of 2 weeks, then I'm going to be doing everything I can to get it to maybe 160 and eventually to 120. But so I'm not really concerned about a glucometer that has informatics capabilities. What I am concerned about is an accurate test reading and cheap or inexpensive, high quality testing strips. So the Compact came with a container of 50 test strips. Again, any of the 3 models costs roughly 18 to 19 bucks at the time of this video shoot. So the pricing hasn't changed on any of these items for some time as far as I can tell. So who knows? It may be going up soon, or it may just stay the same. With the Compact, it came with a tube of 50 test strips. It came with a lancet device, and it came with a package of 10 lancets. Now, I have used this lancet device. I will tell you, I do not like it, because no matter how you set it, no matter how shallow a prick that you can set for, it's very painful, and it still goes very deep. So this is of the last 40 years of testing my blood sugar, or at least as long as glucometers have been around, this is probably the least desirable lancet device that I would recommend using. So I have been using an Accu-Check lancet device. This one is a canister, and it has a number of lancets, but it is a much more and much easier manageable lancet device, and it's quite comfortable compared to what ReliOn has provided with this one. Certainly this lancet device, which came with Compact, was so much more aggressive than the lancet devices that the Prime came with. So this is the actual unit. It's very small, fits in your pocket really, really well. The reasons I like it is simply because it requires such a very small blood sample. I've never had to complain that I didn't have enough blood. It's the smallest blood sample I've seen, like I say, in the almost 40 years of my being a diabetic. Additionally, the test results come very, very quickly. It publishes 5 seconds. I don't think it's ever taken that long in the 2 weeks that I've been using it. Possibly 3 seconds, somewhere in that time frame. So it gives good blood measurements, and it does so quickly and without a whole lot of fuss over your blood sample size. So it does what I need it to do. Again, whenever I get a blood measurement, I plug that into my insulin pump, and all the informatics come up from CareLink through the Medtronic pump. Now, in a future video, I will be talking about CareLink so that you can see the type of informatics that I actually get and the data that my doctor and I can review and make decisions on changing settings to my pump, or my doctor just advising me how to treat myself in certain situations. It is an amazing tool. I'll be talking about that in an upcoming video, so click your notifications button to make sure that you're notified of those videos and other content that becomes available on this channel. Now, I've been talking about the cost of test strips, and again, if you're like the rest of us, the cost of test strips is a concern. So this is what I resorted to contain some of my costs. Now, I will tell you that the Medtronic pump that I use was FDA approved in conjunction with Bayer's Contour Next. And the version that I have actually acts as a media between my pump and my computer, thereby connecting to CareLink. So I've been doing some research, just sourcing on the web, and I ran across a website. It's www.diabeticwarehouse.org, and I'll make that link available in the description section of this video. But just to give you an idea, I visited a number of websites, and diabeticwarehouse.org had the best price of the Contour Next test strips. For example, a vial of 50 costs $15.99. A vial of, well, actually 6 vials of 50, or 300, were $86.99. I think I calculated that to be somewhere in the $14 and some change figure. So those are excellent prices for test strips, especially for the Bare Contour product. You might want to check them out. Like I say, I'll put the link up on the description section of this video. If you have other information of cheap test strips, please put it in the comments section, because again, many diabetics are going to view these videos and can benefit by that. I think the majority of us are working with cost containment when it comes to the treatment of our diabetes. My intent is to share information and to encourage discussion so that we all can benefit by the exchange of ideas and experiences. So until next time, do everything you can to improve the quality of your life for as long as you can. We'll see you next time.